We are talking about a steak this week, not a steak that you eat. We're talking about the steak that holds the metaphorical container basket that we've been talking about. The container is the thing that holds all the stuff of our relationship. And if the reeds are our intentions and our agreements, and the tighter that basket gets woven, the more that relationship container can hold. The steak is the handle of that basket. So the stronger it is, the more aligned the basket is, the more it can hold. So what does that mean exactly? The steak is what anchors us in conversations, in meetings, and in relationships. I want you to think of it as like an actual wooden stake that you create and you tether yourself to, so that no matter what happens in a meeting, whatever is coming up in your relationship, a tsunami could come, a wave could come and crash over you, and you are aligned and tethered to this stake. So what does that look like in real life application, and how can you create it? So I'll give you an example. I had a meeting a number of years ago, and it was going to be a very tense meeting, and I knew that. And I was driving to the meeting, and I was asking myself, okay, what's my stake? How do I stay in alignment, right? Create a stake. So my stake ended up being something like get in connection or alignment and execute. That was it. Very simple, right? So it's what I want to create everything from this place, right? So very grounded and aligned to the stake. I got to the meeting got derailed in a very triggering way. Some things were said, and I just very clearly said, guys, this is my stake. You know, I don't know what's going on with this other person who's not in the room. I have no idea. That's not relevant to me. What's relevant to me is my stake. I'm claiming it. Alignment and execution. So how can we create that in this moment? And the folks in the room looked very surprised and shocked, and a little bit like I might have slapped them. And we moved on, and the meeting was resolved. And of course, the issue that we were talking about was resolved. And afterward, after the meeting, they came up to me and apologized for being way out of line and the triggering things that they said. And I've never heard that person or those people apologize again in quite that way. And it wasn't done for the sake of the apology. I just want to share, like, but the stake, the alignment to that stake shifts everything, right? I stayed so grounded, so tethered to my stake that when that tsunami of emotion or, you know, responsiveness, reactiveness to whatever they were saying wanted to come, I simply came back and recovered to that stake. Okay. And so it created effectiveness in that meeting, execution, you know, it resolved an issue before it even became an issue. So there is so much, that's just one example. There's just so much power behind stake. So I really want you to practice this. This is going to be your practice for the next, just day or so. In your next 2 big conversations, I want you to create a stake, okay? And practice it. Claim it in your meetings. Create and claim it. Claim it during your meeting in a very intentional and in a very direct way, or you can claim it and just in living it. Okay, that's your practice. So I want to hear how this goes. I'm super excited. Looking forward to next week.